There is something strangely nostalgic about holding a board like this. It feels like a relic from a time when building a PC was a bit more of a Wild West experience, yet here it is, still kicking. The Gigabyte GA-970A-DS3P is one of those workhorses that refuses to quit, even if the tech world has largely moved on to newer, flashier platforms. When you pull it out of the box, it has that classic, no-nonsense aesthetic. It is not trying to win any beauty contests with RGB lighting or fancy heat shields, but it feels solid enough to handle a decent mid-range build without any fuss. Now here is the thing about this board. It is built for the AM3 Plus socket, which means it is meant to house those old-school FX processors. If you have an old chip lying around, or you are hunting for a cheap project build, this thing is a surprisingly capable foundation. It supports up to 32 gigabytes of DDR3 memory, which honestly is still plenty for a lot of daily tasks, or even some light gaming if you pair it with the right graphics card. The layout is pretty standard for an ATX board, though you might find the spacing around the CPU socket a little tight if you're planning on using a massive aftermarket cooler. It is one of those quirks you just have to work around. What stands out, though, is the storage flexibility. With 6 SATA 6GB ports, you have plenty of room to load up on drives. Whether you are setting up a RAID array for some extra speed or just hoarding files, it handles the job without breaking a sweat. The inclusion of USB 3 is a nice touch, keeping things from feeling too ancient when you are transferring files from a modern flash drive. It is not going to break any speed records by today's standards, but for a budget-conscious setup, it gets the job done. Of course, it is not all sunshine and rainbows. The chipset is definitely showing its age, and you are not going to get the kind of lightning-fast NVMe support or PCIe Gen 4 speeds that modern boards offer. It is a bit of a limitation if you're looking to build a high-end machine, but that is not really the point of this board. It is meant for a specific kind of user, someone who wants to squeeze every bit of life out of an older AMD platform, or someone putting together a secondary rig on a shoestring budget. One thing to keep in mind is the power delivery. While it handles the FX chips well enough, it is not exactly a dream for extreme overclocking. If you push it too hard, you might notice the board getting a bit warm, so keeping your case airflow in check is a smart move. It is a reliable, straightforward piece of hardware that does exactly what it says on the box. It is not flashy, it is not cutting edge, but it is a dependable piece of kit that still has a place in the right build. If you are looking for a budget-friendly way to keep an older processor running, this is a solid choice that won't let you down.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.